Imagine waking up one morning and finding out that Tesla, one of the most premium electric vehicle companies in the world, is about to launch a brand new car priced at just $15,990. It sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what rumors and leaks are suggesting. A car that could disrupt the entire automotive industry. If it's true, this could change everything we know about electric vehicles. But before you get too excited, let's take a deep dive into what's being said, what's actually confirmed, and what could be pure hype. Because in today's world, especially when it comes to Tesla, not everything is as it seems. Tesla has long promised an affordable electric car for the masses. Since the early days of the company, Elon Musk hinted that the ultimate goal of Tesla was indeed just to sell high-end vehicles to the rich. But to make electric mobility accessible to every household, that dream seemed to be materializing when talk of the so-called Model 2 first began to surface. A compact, budget-friendly EV that would offer decent range, Tesla tech, and style, all for a price point no one thought possible. Initially, that affordable Tesla was projected to be priced around $25,000, a number that already felt incredibly ambitious. But then came the twist. In April 2024, Reuters dropped a bombshell. Tesla had reportedly scrapped its plans for the Model T altogether. Instead, the company was now focusing its efforts on fully autonomous robotaxi vehicles with no steering wheels or pedals. Elon Musk himself reportedly called the original low-cost Tesla plan pointless in the age of self-driving cars. That single statement shook both investors and fans. At this point, the idea of a $25,000 Tesla seemed dead, let alone something as wild as a $15,990 Tesla. But in mid-2025, fresh leaks began to appear, leaks that reignited the hopes of EV enthusiasts across the globe. Now, let us pause for a moment and ask the obvious question. How can a company that struggled to bring costs down to $25,000 suddenly afford to launch a new model for nearly $10,000 less? The answer isn't simple, and that's exactly what makes these leaks so controversial. Some industry insiders believe that Tesla might not be introducing a completely new model at all. Instead, they speculate that this so-called Model 2 might actually be a stripped-down version of the current Model Y built with fewer features, cheaper materials, and an aggressively reduced production process. In fact, Tesla confirmed during its Q2 2025 earnings call that production had already begun on a new, lower-cost variant of the Model Y. According to the company, this version is being designed specifically to reach a more budget-conscious audience and is expected to land in the mid-$30,000 price range. That's still double the rumored $15,990 price tag. But it does tell us one thing. Tesla is actively pursuing ways to cut down on cost. What's also interesting is how Tesla is approaching this from a global perspective. In China, Tesla has started testing a 6-seat Model Y variant designed to appeal to the local market. Analysts believe this is part of a larger strategy to repurpose existing platforms and scale them globally at a lower cost. In Europe, similar moves are being made. It's clear that Tesla wants to broaden its reach, and the only way to do that is through affordability. Let's return to the heart of the matter, the $15,990 claim. This figure didn't come from Tesla's official channels. It originated from speculative blogs and forums, citing unnamed sources supposedly familiar with Tesla's internal planning. Websites like MedianWisk and New Car Launch have published articles stating that this ultra-affordable model is real and already in production. However, these sites lack the track record and credibility of sources like Reuters, Bloomberg, or The Verge. That makes these claims difficult to trust without further evidence. Still, people want to believe it. The idea of a $16,000 Tesla is simply too tempting. It's not just about the car itself, it's about what it represents. Mass adoption of EVs. A world where owning a clean, high-tech electric car isn't just for the wealthy or eco-conscious, but for everyone. A $15,990 Tesla would completely disrupt the entry-level car market, putting immense pressure on legacy automakers like Ford, GM, Honda, and Toyota, who still struggle to compete with Tesla on both performance and tech integration. It would also be a nightmare for other EV makers like BYD, NIO, and XPA, especially in markets where price is king. Tesla's brand carries enormous weight. Even a minimalistic, no-frills Tesla with a smaller battery, limited range. and fewer smart features would still be incredibly appealing at that price point. The badge alone, Tesla guarantees attention, but reality needs to be acknowledged. Every vehicle requires raw materials, labor, battery packs, safety systems, infotainment units, software, shipping, and after-sales support. Cutting all of that down to deliver a car under $16,000 is extremely difficult, even at Tesla's scale. Battery prices have dropped, yes, but not enough to support a car at that price without major compromises. And then there's regulatory compliance. A car still needs to meet safety and emissions standards in every region it's sold in. That costs money. There's also the Elon Musk factor. Elon has a history of making bold promises that either take longer to deliver or never quite land as originally pitched. From the original $35,000 Model 3, which was quietly discontinued, to the futuristic Cybertruck that took years to arrive,
Tesla.
Announcements often come with asterisks. When we hear a number like $15,990, we have to ask, is this real? Is it coming soon, or is it just another big idea meant to stir up buzz? The answer may lie somewhere in the middle. What's likely is that Tesla will introduce a cheaper EV, whether it's a simplified Model Y, a compact hatchback, or something completely new. The target may not be $15,990, but possibly in the low $20,000 range, which would still be a game changer. Tesla might also take advantage of US EV tax credits and manufacturing incentives, effectively bringing the final price closer to that magical $15,000 number for eligible buyers. It's also important to consider timing. Most analysts agree that if such a vehicle exists, we want to see it on roads before late 2026 or even 2027. Tesla's current production lines are already stretched, and any new vehicle would require new factory tooling, workforce training, and supply chain adjustments. These are not overnight changes. They take time and lots of money. So what can we take away from all this? First, Tesla is indeed working on bringing more affordable vehicles to the market. Second, the $15,990 price tag is likely exaggerated or misrepresented, at least for now. And third, as with all Tesla stories, it's best to wait for official confirmation before jumping to conclusions. But one thing's for sure, the electric vehicle space is heating up like never before. This decade will define which companies win the EV war. And if Tesla can crack the code on affordability without sacrificing quality, it might dominate not just the premium market, but the mass market too. 8. Whether or not the $15,990 Model 2 is real, one fact remains. Tesla's influence continues to shape the future of mobility. In the meantime, stay cautious of rumors, but stay curious. Tesla loves to surprise the world, and with their track record, anything is possible. If you want to stay ahead of the truth, and not just the hype, make sure to subscribe, because we'll be covering every update, leak, and official announcement right here. Let us know in the comments. Do you believe a $16,000 Tesla is coming? Or is this just another internet myth? We'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.